Hi guys, for the next part we need a few more tools. I need some tweezers, very thin ones, some pin tools, some other type of tweezers, some soldering wire, this is just normal solder wire, some special aluminium soldering wire, some ear pins or cleaning, whatever you call them, and soldering iron. And here we have the patient. I will first clean it a little bit inside. Yeah, and you will also need some magnifying glasses or similar. I use something like this with light, and this is the way. It's not the best, but they do the job required. And we are going to study the part here. I think I will have to change the batteries. So we have to take a closer look where this thing is broken. I will take the camera and try to show you if I can put some light. I don't know which position is the best, but I think you would be able to see. It's this wire here that is broken, and we have to solder it back on this pin here. I think it's better for me to use the phone for this operation, also because it has better light. I will try to take the phone and see how it is. As we can see, this is the wire that's broken, and we will have to solder it on place. In order to be able to solder it, we will have to first clean the surface and remove the compound. You can see it's like a jelly. We have to remove it. I will use one of these to actually clean this part here. Use this dry for the first. And then I will use the tweezers to remove the compound. Let's take a better look. It's starting to clean up, but not good enough. So we have to clean some more. And then gather the compound. And it's clean enough. It's clean enough for now. I don't know if you can see, but down there on the connector I still have a piece of the old wire, and now I have removed it. Well, this down here, it's aluminium, and you will not be able to solder on aluminium with the normal tools. At least I tried, and I could not solder on aluminium. So what we need to do, you have a few options, but in this guide I will show you how you do it home by yourself. So in this guide I will not make cold soldering on this wire, but I will scratch this metal, the aluminium part here. I will scratch the surface. Do it carefully so you don't put the tool on the actual print plate. So you clean it, scratch it until you can see yellow. Yellow means copper. I don't know if it's you're able to see this. I will try to go down here a bit more. Just remove the wire. I have a microscope, but I cannot film with the microscope. So as you can see now here, I scratched the surface. You can see something yellow. That's copper, and it's under the aluminium, and on that you can solder. Let's try to focus a little bit more. Yeah, it's copper. I will have to scratch that more. Let's focus again. Yeah. I think you can see it better now. Let's see. If you can't, it's there. It's copper. Good. Now that we clean it, we need some special soldering fluid that will let us solder some aluminium soldering wire on the piece of metal down there. So let's put some of the soldering compound, soldering water. Soldering fluid down there. I will get my soldering iron, and we are going to solder down. Some smoke will come. It's to be expected. And we have to make a thin layer down on the pin. Okay, let's see what we managed to do. First we have to clean it. You can see it's clean, and I have a soldering point. it's there. Good. Okay. So now that we have this one, I will have to place the wire on top of it. Don't pull from the board. And I will try to see if I can hold it with the tweezers in place. It's very difficult to record this and also do it. This will be done only to hold it down in the place, because the normal soldering wire will not hold. So now I have to use some of the special aluminum soldering wire. At the end, and I will have to solder it on top. So it should be done. Let's take a closer look. And it's like that. Now I have to check if the connection is good enough. I'm afraid that my phone will fall. So we have to check it. I can pull on it, nothing happens. This is stable. The next step is to clean everything, because else you will have corrosion and the wire can snap. If you don't clean it, the wire can snap today or tomorrow or next week. So we will put some alcohol. Down there. Clean it good. And the rest of the alcohol you can take it out with its pins or with some air, blow it out. And I think I will do it with the air. Now we're finished here. Make sure no wires are touching each other. And then we have to clean this very good, and after we clean it, we're going to seal this here with silicone, and I will show you how to close the casing. Now the next phase, it's very important for your success. You will have to clean very good, yeah, all the sides where you are going to glue this together again, because you don't want oil coming in into the transmission control unit. So first step, let's get some lacquer thinner and clean the cover that we just cut out. So this one we have to clean it. take a rag, put some thinner on it, plenty. And first clean this cover. As I said, this is how you do it home. Do it yourself if you have soldering skills. And this is just the first phase where you solder the wire back. For the diode, it's just a little bit more complicated, and I have to do it under the microscope, and I have no tools to record that. So once this is nice and clean, you will also see it good, so no traces of oil can be seen. That's why I'm holding it also with the rag. Take one like this, put it in some thinner, and clean it good here. I will skip that part. Next part is cleaning this very good. Also try to clean inside here on the sides. Clean it very good on all these sides. So the silicone will be able to catch on that one. This inside we cleaned. I usually use a special silicone that can hold for heat and oil, just to cover the soldering, or when we have more than one pin that is broken, or when we have to replace actually a diode, we will use some soldering compound. So when we change the diode inside, I will use potting compound like this one. It's composed of two solutions that you mix together, let it work for a while, and then you pour it in, and it will look just like the compound in here. So this is a do-it-yourself home method. Now, when you are ready to seal it and every part is clean, take some gloves, because this will be nasty, and you can use some rubber silicone, the kind it's used to glue the windshield on the cars. Put it in here. Don't go outside, just go on this stretch here. Don't overdo it, because it will be a mess to clean again. Go on the other side. Again, don't overdo it. Just enough to catch. Done here. Turn it around to the other sides. And the same here. Don't overfill. Just go all the way, so you have a nice line. Good. Let's see how this looks like. So I have don't mind the small amount of oil inside. Now we should have done this before, but we can also do it now. Protect the part where you soldered. I don't use that special silicone I have because I don't have any of it home, but you get the idea. Because at one point in time some oil will come in here. It's not a catastrophe. The unit will survive if just a little bit of oil comes in. I said before, the most oil that will come in will come because of the overfill of the gearbox. If you put too much oil in the gearbox, it will get through this pinhole here into the transmission control module. This is made as a breather. If you have here condensation, the hole it's made so water vapors can get out and you have no condensation inside the transmission control module. So now this is all put together. We have the cover. I have on one side I can see I have 2 pins, and one side I have 1 pin. You will see you have 1 pin on that side and 2 pins on this side. So even if these are broke, doesn't matter. Just look where they are actually positioned and easily put this on. Find one of them will eventually follow. Yeah, no, so it's not correct. So maybe it's better to find these 2 first. Yeah, and the other one will follow. Be prepared to have some. And now you push this down, and I have a tool at work. I use it. If you don't have any special tools, just use a blade. Let me find the blade here. And gently cover it. I use paper to clean the blade. Go from inside out when cleaning. And remove any excess. This should go smoothly. That's why I want to use gloves, because this stuff will get onto your hands, and when it's dry it's very hard to take off. Then what I do, I use my finger actually to smoothen this one. The finger is your best tool. Not in the way you think. So this is done now. I will show you here the final result. It's not perfect, but it will hold, believe me. If you don't think you have enough, you can just put some more, and then just remove the extra. And what I want to do is I put a weight on it and just let it cure until next day, when you can actually take it out and install it. So a few important things you have to remember when you do this. Have patience. Do it slowly, because you might slip the screwdriver inside the TCM and you damage the wiring, or you can damage the CPU or something else inside there, and then there is no way to fix it anymore. Clean after you solder. Clean the soldering with some alcohol. Also, when you scratch the aluminium pins, do it slowly, take time, have patience, do it slowly, and do not overdo it. Don't push too much. You will again damage the print circuit. When you are to the phase you want to finish and close, clean everything inside very good. The parts I showed you, clean them very good with thinner, because if you do not clean them good, your silicone, your glue will not stick and oil will come in. Another important part is have patience. I cannot stress that enough. Just take care what to do, because if you damage something, it's beyond repair. You will have to buy a new Mechatronic unit. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like my videos if you like them. If you want to see some more, subscribe. Thanks guys. Bye.